This is week 6, Cowboys versus Lions, and we are here at the Grand Escape in the Colony. I got to my right Jazz Monet from BLS.
And Girls Talk, Boys Talk.
And Girls Talk, Boys Talk. I love to hear that. And to my left, I got the infamous man, Ray from Ray Podcast, man.
What it do, baby?
What it do, man? So we're not having a good time right now. We're having a great time,
yes,
right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Hook 'em horns, by the way, just in case y'all need to know what we're doing all day, every day. Hook 'em
and get them. So with that being said, the Cowboys last week, they played against the #1 defense out of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They was 3-1.
Yes.
And the Cowboys were victorious. A lot of people had us out. But guess what? Now we playing against the #2 defense, and they are 3-1. So what do you guys have to take away from last week, spilling over to this week? Let the ladies go first,
Let
Ray.
the ladies go first.
Let the ladies go first.
I mean, if you think about why so many people counted the Cowboys out against the Steelers, a lot of it was just an underestimation of what the run game would be capable of against that defense, and what the defense would be capable of against what they saw as a running quarterback in Justin Fields and everything that he brought to the game with the versatility of his attacks, right? So the Cowboys have already proved that they can perform above and beyond expectations.
Right.
So when it comes to this week, I think a lot of those same things will come into play. There are a few guys on defense who are going to be expected to step up again. And I think they have what it takes. It sounds like they have the right mindset going into this weekend. And then on the offensive side, I'm actually really expecting them to win in a little bit of a different way.
Right.
I think the way the Lions play man coverage is something that Dak and CD can really take advantage of. If Dak can kind of get back to his 2023 performance when it comes to how he did against man coverage. There's been a few things as far as his protection and player availability that have impacted his stats a little bit.
Correct.
I think, but I feel like they're starting to find their groove, and I think Dak and CD are going to have some really awesome connections this weekend.
No doubt. It's a good takeaway right there.
Can I say something real fast, real quick?
Go ahead.
Jazz, you looking hella pretty today. I just want you to know that.
I appreciate that. I'm so tired.
You working it today. You working it. I just want you to know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She got the boots on, too.
Boots, okay.
Reminding me of H-Town. What's the song, Knocking the Boots? That's
Wait
what
a
the boots
minute.
remind me of.
Oh, wow.
We're not going there. I'm just saying. It just remind me of that song.
Body rocking, knocking the boots. Yeah.
But no. To build off of what Jazz said,
Yeah.
I agree with everything she said. I compare this game to the game we had last year, the San Francisco 49ers game, where we got smoked. After that game, things started to click for CeeDee Lamb and Dak. I'm hoping this is the game, okay, let's build off of last week. Jalen Tolbert had a great game being wide receiver 2, which I can see him being the wide receiver 2 for the rest of the foreseeable future.
Right.
Also, Rico Dowdle. He showed what he could do. They finally like, all right, fuck the rotation. Let's have one guy be our primary back.
Right.
And he excelled in that role.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like, outstanding, but, he was solid.
Most certainly.
Running it, catching that touchdown pass in the end zone. But, that's a pass they have been working on in training camp. He got open a lot, catching it out of the backfield a lot during training camp, and we saw that finally. And like I was saying before we started this, the tight end position.
Right.
I like what I see from Devin Spansford. And also, I need my guy, Hunter Lipke. He needs more touches.
More touches, man.
More touches.
Speaking of that, Mike McCarthy did come out and said it. Or Jerry Jones, one of the coaches somebody said they're gonna roll out the same plan that they did last week.
Mike McCarthy said
Mike
that.
McCarthy said that. Okay.
But the thing is, when they did it last week, I don't know, from talking to a few of the players, I'm not convinced that everything went according to plan. It just so happened to work. But yeah, they definitely are leaning more towards like, okay, Rico seems to be able to handle this load. So when you listen to what Jerry Jones is saying, when you listen to what Mike McCarthy is saying, it sounds like they are going to lean into that.
Right.
And I had a chance to talk to Rico Dowdle about how he felt about it, because a lot of people are concerned about his injuries. So I just asked him, I was like, are you concerned about your injuries? And he said he's not. I said, well, what happens if you start getting 20 carries a game and you get hurt? And he was like, people get hurt all the time.
No doubt.
So he seems to be prepared to put it on the line for the team and do what he has to do. He feels like his previous injuries were kind of freak accidents, and so the idea of carrying a heavy load and getting a lot of carries each game doesn't scare him. Now, as far as how the coaches feel about it, that could be a different story. But Rico himself, he sounds ready.
But
no doubt.
To build off of what you just said,
let's pause for a quick second and put a pin on that, because man, this is good content right here. We're gonna bring in on one of the sponsors of this event, and I believe it's Hydrate. And let me know if you can hear us over there.
I
can hear you.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we're gonna have to rearrange the furniture over here. Pardon us the technical difficulties, but if she can squeeze in just a little bit, get you on camera. We would move the camera, but let me tell you,
the wind
had already moved it. So on this beautiful day, Cowboys versus Lions tomorrow. Can you explain to us about the game? No, I'm just playing. Explain to us what you got on your shirt.
Well, let me just start off by saying I'm a Detroit native, born and raised. 28 years.
Thank you for your time today. So let's back to what I was talking.
Yeah. See if we get her right quick. We got to pull that camera back. Keep talking. I'm gonna see if I can. Hold on.
So aside from that, Hydrate IV bar, we do IV therapy, vitamin injections. It's not just great for hangovers. It's good for your immune system, migraines, if you're traveling a lot, if you're, vomiting, all sorts of different reasons. Today we're selling some Dram, which is sparkling water. Some of them do have CBD in it.
Okay.
And Element electrolyte packets that are a lot cleaner than liquid IV, and it doesn't have any of that added sugar.
I feel over the last few years, that's becoming a really big thing.
Yes.
The IVs and, going to get hydrated again.
Yeah.
What was it for y'all realizing, okay, we've got something here, let's build upon this?
So I'm a nurse practitioner. I work in urgent care.
Okay.
And during cold and flu season, there was just such a need for alternative wellness. Antibiotics are not the cure-all all the time for every single thing. And that's when I realized that there is just such a high need for something more. And when I did this research, I was like, yes, this will work. And I've tried it myself. I've done it myself before I went all in, and it works.
Yeah.
How frequently do you think someone should get one of these IV injections?
So injections vary. So vitamin D3 every 2 weeks.
Okay.
IVs in general, once a month or once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Most certainly. You said vitamin D.
Yes.
That's in Delta. Yeah, I heard that there's across the world a vitamin D deficient. Is that because we are staying indoors more than what we used to back in the days of going outside, enjoying the beautiful glow of the God's vitamin D to us?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So vitamin D deficiency is also because people don't take calcium with it.
Okay.
Because you need that to help absorb that as well.
Woo!
And we are B12 deficient too because we just don't get enough of it in our diet.
Wow, I didn't know that calcium, you got to mix both those two things together.
Correct.
You hear that? That's just like this Cowboys offense. You got to mix run game and you got to know how to throw. So everything kind of collide together,
Full circle.
A full circle. I love that information. Can you talk to us a little bit where they can find your info at, your website, your YouTube page, or Instagram, or even if you have a MySpace,
Well, we're not on MySpace, but we're located in the Colony right off of 121 across the highway from Topgolf. We do have a website, hydrateivbar.com, and our Instagram is hydrateivbar.com.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. It's a pleasure talking to you. But before you get out of that hot seat, I got to put you on a little bit more pressure. Give me the game-winning score tomorrow, and who's going to win?
Oh, my. We're going to go 24-7 Lions.
Whoa.
Whoa! Hey, go ahead. Security! Security!
Why not keep it fun?
Yeah, appreciate you so much.
Thank
It
you
was a
guys.
pleasure.
Thank
Come
you.
on with it. Thank y'all. Appreciate you so much for jumping in. Yeah. Woo! That was a good one.
That was a good one. All
yeah.
right. So let's,
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Did I turn the right one down? No, I don't think I did. Here we go. Yeah.
So let's,
man.
Am I still here? Okay,
You still there? You still there?
I am.
I think I see
there
some
was
candy in
before,
the
Mike.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think I do.
There you go. There you go. Well, grab the mic. There she goes. She right on time.
Get over here.
Yeah, get over here.
I want to expand upon what Jazz was saying. We were talking about injuries. This team, we have seen an injury bug hit.
Yeah, we did.
You know, this game we're going to be out. Eric Hendricks, he's out.
Right.
Of course, we saw Marshawn Nealon get hurt in this game. So, man, that defensive line has taken a hit this year. It is taking a massive hit. So,
you know what? The craziest thing of it all, make sure that fan get on y'all too. The craziest thing is why we keep getting all of these freak incidents of accidents.
Well, that's the thing that makes them freak incidents. There's really nothing to point to like, oh, if the Cowboys had done this differently, these injuries wouldn't have happened. The injuries happen in football, and it just so happened that the Cowboys have had to deal with several in a row.
Right.
There's really nothing that anybody can point to say why. Every single one of these injuries is slightly different and came from a different circumstance.
Right.
So it's literally the definition of bad luck.
at least it's not one of those Thursday practice injuries we were having the last couple of years where people get hurt in practice.
I mean, I'm not sure if there's a difference for me. Like, I still don't like to see it. But what I do like is the fact that so many guys have stepped up. I think a lot of people expected the Dallas defense to kind of fall apart without D-Law and Micah.
Right.
And what we've seen is a lot of heart from these guys. We've seen their willingness to step up, embrace the next man up mentality, and say, hey, I'm not Micah Parsons, I'm not DeMarcus Lawrence, but I do bring something to the table that can benefit this team, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm really proud of what we saw from these guys last week and what they were able to do despite what everybody expected from them.
Can I tell you two guys that I really liked that I saw that kind of stepped up?
Okay.
Tyrus Wheat.
Yes.
I think he played good.
Yeah.
And Chauncey Golston.
No doubt.
I feel like he set the edge really well.
No doubt.
You know, he was there as an edge defender. I think he really said that last week.
Yeah, I just got to give a shout out to B. Tuck. He works with Chauncey Golston during the offseason, and he was saying that the scheme and the system that Mike Zim and Coach Greg Ellis do is going to benefit Chauncey a little bit better than the last or the previous scheme there.
That's wonderful. I think he deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
So while we're talking about scheme, let me ask you this opinion. There's been this hot topic that was kind of going on Twitter between, I know my guy Terrence Parsons, my boy Jay Tuck. They say Dallas is actually built to be a 3-4 defense. What are your thoughts on that?
What about a 3-4 defense?
That Dallas is actually built to run a 3-4.
I don't think we have the personnel. You got to have bigger linebackers. We struggling with what we got right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen any indication that that's the case. So it's hard for me to support that without some support for it. What's the argument for that?
That was a hot Twitter take between my guy Terrence Parsons, what up, big dog, and my boy Jay Tuck on X.
I think that, you know, with a 3-4, you can get a little bit of that out of Parsons to play that T.J. Watt role, but we're so thin on linebackers. I don't think that's a process that's going to take 2 or 3 years, and we don't have that time.
Was that an argument before the recent injuries, or just the running
before the injuries?
Yeah, I think it was before the injuries.
Okay.
This defense, even though, you know, we're missing Parsons and D-Law, what are y'all 3 thoughts collectively on that? Are we playing more sound now, or is it just a matter of circumstance?
Well, we can't really answer that question yet because there's only been one game. But I wanted to interject. We do got one guy coming back, Deron Bland. That should help.
There's some claps in the chat, man.
We got Deron Bland coming back. So hopefully that can help in the future get some of those coverage 4 sacks.
Right.
You know, we can shut people down or whatever. Then that's going to give that defensive line, those linebackers, more time to get to the quarterback.
Right.
Also, like I said, we're out Kendricks' game. Okay. I'm interested to see how the formation is going to be base-wise with those linebackers and your sub-packages. You know, who's going to be on the field in certain situations now, and who's going to be that guy with the green dot on his helmet.
No doubt. Candy, what you got? Go ahead.
I think the defense just looks different without D-Law and Micah is all. I don't think it's so much that the defense is somehow performing better without Micah. I think, like I said earlier, that a lot of people expected the defense to perform poorly, and when they didn't, it was like, oh my goodness, they're so good. And it's like, well, these guys have always been good. They're just shining in a brighter role now. And then there are people who we haven't seen much of before, like Overshone, who really pops off the screen. Louis Fowle is really coming into his own. So I think it's a combination of people seeing a lot of impressive performances from some of these guys, and it's kind of being exaggerated a little bit. But like Ray said, it's only been one game.
Yeah. Right.
And Detroit, this is going to be the first offense that the Cowboys have faced with a lot of motion like that since the Saints, you know?
Right.
The Steelers and the Giants didn't really bring that to the table in the same way. So this is going to be a whole different test than what they had to deal with last week. It'll be really interesting to see how this rendition of the defense responds to what the Lions do in terms of motion.
I agree.
No, go ahead. I want to ask y'all a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Have y'all seen the foolishness going around on X saying that the Cowboys are better run defensively without Micah Parsons? Have y'all seen that mess been going around on the internet?
I saw it. It was a hot take from Ryan Clark. I mean, I don't really think it's worth entertaining, though.
No, and I think what it is, like, the game before last, we saw a lot of separation as far as the players not playing collectively, and admittedly, they said that they weren't playing as a team. And I think last game, what we saw was them successfully, in a bit, playing collectively and just playing as teammates instead of just individuals. So I'd like to see what they do with that this game. So I can't really.
So my response to the Ryan Clark take is exactly what I just said a minute ago about how the guys are looking without Micah. I mean, I think we're just seeing some surprising performances. People are surprised, and they're looking for explanations for it. But Micah definitely did contribute to the run game in a positive way.
Right.
And now that we're seeing these amazing performances from these guys without him, I think they're going to just try to incorporate Micah in a way to help those guys still be able to contribute while also benefiting from what Micah brings to the table.
So let's play a little devil's advocate here. All right. Say, for instance, this defense excels why we don't have a Micah Parsons. Do you think this takes his price tag down?
No. Micah Parsons is Micah Parsons. Without taking anything away from the other guys who have stepped up, like Jazz mentioned, overshown. Micah Parsons is in a league of his own to me. So when he's on the field, there's definitely a difference, and we can see that. Like his closing time with getting to the quarterback. To me, I haven't seen that with another player on the team, and I hate that we're not going to have Kendricks tomorrow because honestly, that's who I was looking for to kind of step up a little bit and help us out there. But no, Micah is a league of his own.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. It just wouldn't make sense. Like, unless Micah somehow made the defense worse, which I don't see that being the case. I think just when he comes back, we'll see another rendition of the defense, and it'll keep evolving as a lot of these guys come off injury.
Yeah. So, he's going to be here today. We got Sam Williams.
Mm-hmm.
That Sam Williams injury kind of, I hate to say it, that kind of set the tone for kind of the loss of depth on this defensive line.
It was the first one they dealt with.
Far as contributors.
There are a lot of different opinions about that. While certainly I think that he is helpful, I don't think that that's just a detrimental factor to the defense.
Because I know they said he was going to be like 70-75% snaps for Sam Williams going into the season they had playing for him. Mm-hmm. That was the first defensive loss. We had lost Bland earlier on in training camp as well too. So our defense kind of already had kind of two big blows, and they've been trying to bounce back from those losses.
Boy, they win.
They
win. Shoot. Who's over win? Thor? Who's over win? Who's the win god?
Where's Captain Planet at?
Captain Planet.
Where's Captain Planet?
All right, so in about 10,
so I welcome a little breeze.
In about 10 to 15 minutes, we're going to have USA cheerleaders come over.
Okay.
There's going to be two of them, so we're going to talk about their nonprofit campaign and also what they do. They absolutely, with the USA cheerleaders, they go around for all of the veterans, and they give performances and things like that beyond. So we're going to be sure to talk to them about their nonprofit, and they are one of the sponsors of this event as well. But to jump on what we were talking about on the football side, you guys were talking about Micah Parsons and the absence of D-Law and all of that, right?
Yes.
And I heard, but right before I left, it was Ryan Clark that y'all were talking about his thoughts and his theories that this team is better without him.
Right.
I didn't get a chance to hear your thoughts. I really want to hear your thoughts on that.
In a nutshell, what I said was,
come on, win God, come on.
Wait, maybe I can wipe my mouth.
Don't come on that much.
He came already. He moved it down. No Diddy, yeah. Go ahead.
In a nutshell, what I said was I think that the defense performed better than a lot of people expected without
Correct.
Mike and D-Law. I think a lot of people thought that the defense, the bottom was going to fall out and they would look a mess. And when that didn't happen, people started looking for reasons.
Okay.
And so there are people who are like, oh, well, maybe the Cowboys are just better without Micah. But it really just doesn't make sense when you look at what he brought to the table in terms of the run game. It doesn't make sense that the run defense would be better just because he's gone. I think what happened is that these guys felt the need to step up. They embraced the next man up mentality.
Correct.
They embraced their new roles.
Correct.
And they did their jobs. Exactly what people have been saying since the beginning of the season. Do your job. Like, focus on what your assignment is. Focus on what your role is. That's exactly what they did. And it worked. And so people are just looking for different ways to explain that. But I really think it's that simple. The guys on the field did what they were supposed to do. It worked. When Micah is back on the field, he will do what he's supposed to do. And it'll work, and we might even see the defense look a little bit different.
Is this that old saying, correlations doesn't equal causations?
Exactly.
Or is it the backwards, causations or don't equal correlations? However it is.
Correlation doesn't equal causation.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
And I hate to say it, but I think that people just already expect the Cowboys to fail.
Right.
So then when we're in unfortunate situations where we have
Right.
these type of injuries occur,
Right.
they don't take into consideration
Right.
that the so to speak backup guys are professionals too. They were hired by this team and they are capable of doing the jobs. Now, if they're as capable as Micah Parsons or Kendricks, we'll see. But they're on this team for a reason.
Amen to that.
What was the old Donnie McClurkin song? We fall down.
We fall down.
But we get back up.
We get up. Y'all just don't understand. I had a Riggs moment. The wind and blew the camera set around, and I'm watching thousands of like, no! I had to play it off. I was cool. Did I sweat?
We sweat.
Did I sweat? Did I sweat? Did I
No,
sweat?
you jumped up out that chair, though.
He had one of those. But no, I had a conversation with my dog, Dak Attack. I think it was yesterday or Thursday we had this conversation. Trade deadline is coming up soon.
Correct.
If this team was to make a move, I personally think it would be a move for the D-line. And all of your own opinion, if they are to make a trade at the deadline, what position do you think they would be targeting at the deadline?
Hold on. I'm praying. Well, I would say the wide receiver is a room, whereas I get it. Jalen Tolbert had a game of his life, and he's going to be here today. And I'm seeing Cooper Beebe already up there, right, with the black shirt. Yeah, that's him. Dirt him. So, and then we're going to have a lot of guys here. Sam Williams is here, as well as, of course, Kennedy Shark, and I heard
and Drew
Pearson, Hall of Famer. So we're going to have all of those people here. But I would look at wide receiver to a degree. If DK Metcalf come available, man, my God, I would love to have a DK Metcalf. Shout out to my
Earlier in the
Mississippi
season,
boys.
I said it would be between D-line, wide receiver, and running back. I don't think wide receiver is nearly as much of a need as we thought it was at the beginning of the season. It's definitely not as much of a need as D-line is. And maybe not even running back. I feel like it would have to be D-line. Now, I say that, but at the same time, I've kind of given up on trying to predict what this front office is going to do. But I do think since the season started, we've seen different members of the wide receiver and running back room step up. Whereas D-line, it does still feel like they're a little bit thin and could use a little bit of help.
There's the thing is with the D-line. Well, back to the running back thing. We may have the solution already in-house.
Right,
exactly. That's what I think. We just haven't seen
I think that's going to be happening all season. I think that's going to be an off-season move.
Running back?
I think they wait for next year.
I think the draft.
Oh, yeah, they might draft. There's a really good running back draft.
But I totally like what we have in-house, like you said. I just think that it's up to the inside people to use them correctly. Like,
as long as Deuce Vaughn ain't get no touches, I'm okay.
Why you going to do Deuce like that?
I'm not a fan.
Why?
I haven't seen the production.
Yeah, but they also haven't been using him to his strengths, though.
Well,
Exactly. We haven't seen, and that's exactly the point right there what Jazz said. We haven't seen any of the, we haven't seen any of the running backs being used to their full potential.
Now if they aren't going to put him in situations that actually work to his strengths, they should let him go, because I love Deuce, but I want better for him.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it. I'm like, if y'all can't find room for him and how this offense is going to operate, let him go somewhere else that's going to use him, because he has a lot of skills and abilities that are useful. But yes, he is a running back that you have to put him in the right position and scheme for him.
I think he was great in college. I really did. I thought he was a great running back in college, but I think that was more of a nepotism pick, in my personal opinion. If his father would have not been in the front office when they
Why are we
drafted
acting
him,
like we haven't seen him perform?
I don't agree with
When the last
that,
time we
because
saw him
we
perform?
know with the
Preseason, right?
Cowboys.
Well, in preseason, when they set up the
Preseason.
situations different.
But they
Who was he
didn't.
playing against in
The thing
preseason?
is, just because of his dad,
Nobody's.
they did not have to pick Deuce. Like, there was something that he was producing that they saw that made him a Dallas Cowboys.
What
The
I'm
Dallas
saying
Cowboys
is
is not.
we've
a-
literally
I
seen
feel like if
his-
his father was not in the office, that's just my personal opinion.
I mean, that could have
If his
helped
father
that.
wasn't here,
That could
I
have
don't
helped
think
that.
it plays
idea.
some
We've
Yeah.
literally seen his skills and abilities on the screen, and even if you watch his college tape, you see his skills and abilities on the screen. The Cowboys don't use him the way in a way that works his skill set. That's all.
But
It's
look at
not
the
like he
talent
all of a
level,
sudden
too.
can't run anymore.
They both-
Here's the thing too, but also like what the talent level is still different from the college to
Right.
the pros. He excelled in preseason when you playing the guys that are fighting for those last roster spots. He
So do you
excelled in
think
That
that.
doesn't
Do you
change the
think
fact
that
that the
he just-
Cowboys have not used him in a way that works to benefit his skill set.
So, Ray, do you think that he solely is a Dallas Cowboy because of his dad? Or are you saying his dad helped?
That's a major
Are you
part.
thinking
I
his
said
dad
it's a
helped
major-
set eyes on his skill set?
There goes
his
Sam
ability?
Williams.
I think it was a major reason. No, I think Jerry was like, you know what, this guy works for us. He does a great job. Let's give back to this guy. Let me do something. Let's take his son.
I
Do you-
can't
do
say
you
that
think
because
Deuce-
the Cowboys just do not operate like that. If they did, we'd have a lot more of the players we wanted.
True to a degree. Because Jerry Rice's son was right there, and we picked Ryan Flanoy.
But Jerry Rice has no ties to this organization.
True,
I'm
true
saying
that.
Deuce Vaughn had ties.
Okay,
to this
well, wait.
organization.
If we want to say that, Jerry himself has grandson who was a quarterback at UT that he would have brought him in and
Jerry
given him the
ain't
chance.
stupid. Let's be honest. He
But how
he
can
ain't
you?
that
But wait, how can you
stupid.
say
He
that
know
if
his-
the ties were
he know
that
his
close?
he know his grandson's
All right, Odin.
limitations. Let's come on
Tell
now.
your
So
son
Let's
then,
stop
stop
going
going.
and win.
with saying that, then you have to admit that Deuce
But I'm
Vaughn
saying Deuce
has
has
the
some-
qualities
he had
to be
qualities.
a Dallas
My-
Cowboys.
my
But-
thoughts.
That's the
Deuce
point.
Vaughn
Here-
is a skilled running back who is not a good fit for the Cowboys offense as it's currently set up.
And two things can be true. I think that Deuce Vaughn, his skill set, he had put up more yards than Jahmyr Gibbs that we're going to see tomorrow in college. But the thing is, Deuce Vaughn went to the Cowboys who don't really know how to operate and run. Regardless of the situation, I agree with both of y'all points, but what's going on?
This guy was saying the narrative of Deuce being too small. No, that's not why. That's not why I hate on Deuce. Because there's a lot of small running backs I like. Deuce Sproles. We've had other guys. There's been other smaller backs.
It's
that
been
have
small
done-
backs, been
Yeah.
small backs in the
It's
league.
not that.
yeah.
I'm not saying he can't do it because he's small. I just don't see.
I just
It's
don't.
not clicking here.
The Cowboys don't know how to. They don't even know how to use Zeke.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look, Zeke, week one, we got into the red zone, money zone. What did they do? They gave him the ball.
He scored.
And he scored.
The Cowboys don't have a run scheme hardly at
There you
all.
go. There you go.
Much
That's what
less
it is.
the ability to scheme for somebody like Deuce who needs a specific scheme for him to actually be productive.
Speaking
But
of
still-
Zeke, did you guys already speak on the comments earlier
No, we didn't
in
get
the
there
week
yet.
about Zeke, them saving the Cowboys saving Zeke for later?
Yeah, I don't like that either. Or either.
Then
No
what are they
way.
doing with Dalvin Cook? If they
Jose.
saving-
Huh?
Then what are they doing with Dalvin Cook too? Are they
Saving
saving him for
him.
later? What are we doing
You
here,
don't
bro?
treat players like they are dessert, meaning that you save the dessert for last. No, you got to understand that this is a year-to-year league, right? Nobody saw the Vikings being undefeated right now, right?
With the Sam
So
Darnold.
you got to win every game. And look at these games are precious. I think that you need to learn your system and scheme. And if Zeke is the best end zone guy or short yardage guy, you utilize and use him. That thing that Rico did, that he fumbled the ball. We have Rico at the next show, by the way. He'll be here live at Cowboys Experience on the next video. But what I'm telling y'all is that don't get too cute. Don't get too cute. They could have utilized Hunter or Zeke when you get inside that 5 or inside that 4. Or
I
inside
think Hunter's
that
the
2.
best goal line option we have, in my opinion. That's just my bias.
Are we going to really act like we've never seen Hunter or Zeke make a mistake? That's essentially what happened.
Well, yeah,
Rico Dowdle
last year.
Rico Dowdle made a mistake, and a human projectile fired at him and knocked the ball out. Now
you on that side of the fence with
That's
that.
literally what happened.
Okay.
Now, he shouldn't have been in that position in the first place, but we've seen Zeke make mistakes, we've seen Hunter make mistakes, and now we've seen Rico Dowdle make mistakes. Okay. As far as the running game, I think the Cowboys are, as you would say, building that plane in the air. That's why they started off saying, that's why they started off saying, oh, it's going to be an RB by committee. And then we slowly started to see that change, and now they've got this story about, well, we're saving Zeke. I think what they're seeing is the trends in the running game. They're seeing what's working, because if you look at the carries per snap, like Rico is getting a lot more carries for the number of snaps he does than Zeke does. And it was either Mike McCarthy or Dak who mentioned Zeke's ability to really perform in terms of pass protection that Rico doesn't do the same way.
Yeah.
So when I look at that, I'm wondering, like, okay, is that why when Rico is on the field, he gets more carries, whereas Zeke ends up being used for pass protection more? I think the Cowboys are looking at the trends.
Right.
They're being asked a lot of questions, and they're like, okay, how can we make this make sense? How can we capitalize on this trend that we're seeing without making it seem like Zeke is useless or like Dalvin Cook is useless? And so they're like, okay, and who did we hear say it? Was it Shoddy who said we're going to ride the hot hand? That's what we're doing. Right now, Rico Dowdle is a hot hand. So they're like, we're going to ride the hot hand, and then if that hand pulls off, then we'll see what happens. That's essentially what's happening. But everybody wants an answer right now. Everybody wants a 17 win answer right now.
Let me just say this, though. And I love you when you said the fact that he made a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this in a little Mississippi saying, man. A new broom can sweep that floor good.
Goddamn.
But that old broom can get those corners. And I'm not here to be able to say, I apologize for the mistake. I'm going to give it to a guy that I know that can punch it in. And when it's time for me to get down to eat a real steak, I want to get somebody that know how to prepare the steak, not somebody who say, hey, eat this steak that I cooked and this is my first time. I get what you said, but these games are precious. I believe that Ezekiel, Elijah Elliott, with that cantankerous head, he can lean forward and get those touchdowns. He can get those small yards because he's built for it. I think that they need to utilize their strength.
I don't think those questions existed about Rico. I don't think Dak was like, I'm not sure if Rico can punch this in. I'm going to give it to him anyway. I think it was a mistake. It was something that they didn't see coming. He thought Rico could do it. Rico did something unexpected. Something unexpected happened to him. Lessons learned for everybody. Lessons learned for Dak, for Mike McCarthy. Lessons learned for Rico. Lessons learned for everybody. But, like, let's not sit here and act like Rico Dowdle is the only player on the offense. He wasn't even the only player on the offense to make a mistake that game.
No. But because of the position he's in, it stood out.
And so everybody's having this visceral reaction. Players make mistakes.
True that.
I agree with that.
Okay, I agree to disagree, but also two things can be true, right?
Yeah.
Two things can be true, but I love your stance on that.
We're going to act like Zeke never fumbled the ball?
True.
Ever?
Not at the one.
I don't think that really is. The fumbling that really doesn't have anything to do with it.
But it's because of the moment and the position, and because we have Zeke back on the team that people are
acting like,
highlighting.
oh, if Zeke had the ball, he wouldn't have fumbled. Maybe not in that
I don't know who's been saying that. I haven't said that. I don't know who.
A lot of people.
Why else would people be saying
I don't
Zeke
get that.
should have got that ball?
I never said that.
You know who should have got that ball? Dak. Just push him in. Push him in. You right at the one. Utilize Cooper BB.
There are options. The option that they went with backfired. Lessons learned for everybody.
Yeah.
Can I be honest about something? I think next offseason they need a whole new offensive scheme, like completely
Just rip it down.
Do
the Dak Prescott demolition. Tear it down. Yeah.
Like I said, before Zeke came back, the last season that he had with us, I still feel like they're doing the exact same thing with the running game, and it's trial and error. They're trying to see what works, and now, that they're finding what they think is working for them, and we're just witnessing an experiment.
I mean, the offense is already evolving. Like, did y'all see how they used Jake Ferguson last game?
Yeah.
That was actually a little bit of.
Well, I meant in terms of the run game.
You know,
I said I just meant in terms of the run game.
I was
So-
actually talking about in the passing game some of the bunch concepts that they were using with Jake Ferguson doing
Right.
those stop routes and getting the ball. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I like that. I mean, they might have to switch it up and use a little bit more variety with those
Correct.
this week just to not be predictable. But I'm like, that was interesting. What Shadi said about Rico Dowdle's patience and how that would affect the run game. That applies
Yeah.
to not only him but also Zeke. And probably also Dalvin Cook whenever he comes in, because what did they say about Dalvin Cook? Okay, he's going to be an outside zone runner, right?
Yeah.
So that's something that they need to see from everybody. So I think it's one of those things that we're going to see happen as the season goes on. We might see a lot of things come into play after the bye week.
You know who I would mind? Y'all talking about I said I got a prejudice against short running backs.
No.
You know who I would like to see get more touches in the backfield? Turpin. Kavontae Turpin.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see him get more touches in the backfield.
I mean, he's done well.
I really like how they're using him in the pass game too.
Yeah, I like when they get CD Lamb busy. You just got to get this offense
when he's
moving
not
and
double
rolling.
teamed,
Yeah.
but that's why I like the Jake Ferguson option that you mentioned earlier.
Most certainly. Most certainly.
So I got a question too. They activated our guy Ryan Flournoy, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't really too active. I maybe seen him on the field maybe one or two times in the game. What's it gonna take to get that guy active and try to get him involved in the game plan?
Wow. I think.
Comfort.
All right,
Go ahead.
I think that by him being activated, you'll have to see even more of a drop from Jalen Tolbert. Tolbert played his butt off
He played
last
his ass
game.
off,
So,
yeah.
so when you look at that, you look at CD Lamb, Tolbert. There's only one football, and it's not like Jalen Brooks is in that game was playing terrible. So Ryan Flo, if one of them boys have a mistake, you know what I'm saying, multiple times, not just one, then you see more and more tick from Ryan Flo.
I mean, we know that Dak will distribute the ball. Like
Correct.
he doesn't have a problem like spreading it around.
Yeah.
But one thing that he did say was that he was going through his progressions in terms of who got the ball. So I think it's just going to depend on Ryan Flournoy being in the right place at the right time. He's probably going to have to get more snaps in order to be in that position.
Right.
And then especially once people start realizing how well they're going to have to cover Jalen Tolbert,
Correct.
then I think we might see Dak make it to in the point to his progressions where it's like, okay, now it's Flournoy's turn.
Right.
Or maybe Flournoy is in the place of someone like Tolbert if Tolbert needs a break. Depends on what his load management situation is and things like that. But I think overall just comfort. He's going to have to be on the field more, first of all. And then he's going to have to get to the point where he's reliable enough to where Dak can depend on him. Kind of like what Rico was saying about that touchdown pass he caught.
Yeah.
He was talking about the fact that was supposed to be a different route that he ran, but when he saw the defender slip and fall down, he went to the end zone and he was like, I hope Dak sees me.
Yeah.
And so they made that connection. When Flournoy gets comfortable enough with Dak Prescott where he can do things like that, where he can adjust a little bit and just go ahead and get open and he becomes the better option, then that's when we're going to see him get more touches. Because we talked about CD and we talked about Tolbert, but also Jake Ferguson is still the second most targeted player in the passing game. So that's three people who Dak is going to have to bypass before he's like, okay, Flournoy, I choose you, and throws him the ball.
That's dope. What you got?
It's a question for y'all. I don't want everybody's opinion on this. Do we see Jalen Tolbert pushing reps from Brandon Cooks when he comes back and challenging him for playing time?
I think so.
Quite possibly. Brandon Cooks wasn't all that productive when he went out, if we're being honest. If you look at his stats. So I think if he comes back and he comes back with a vengeance, then maybe we can see Brandon Cooks earn some of those reps back. But if not, this team is definitely on the train of, okay, we're trying to win these games.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
you're right with it, because here's the thing. I want Jalen Tolbert to marry what he did last week, and then continue to marry that.
Build it up.
So by the time Brandon Cooks is here, it's going to be like, who? We got Tolbert cooking right now. We don't need another
What's
Cooks.
the dog say?
And we know the Cowboys are a fan of friendly competition. So,
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have the USA cheerleaders on the board right here. So, if possible, if we can step out and hit these two. Okay. And we're going to go come on in and get a chance to talk about their
put the score of the
nonprofit.
game on.
Yeah.
I need somebody to put the score in the game.
Score of the
Texas
game.
OU.
Yeah. Texas OU. Put the scores on it. Put the scores up there, and we're going to get them going right quick. Come on. Yes, indeed. Appreciate the USA 8 cheerleaders coming on today. Yes, indeed. All right. It's going to be you, and it's going to be yours right here. Appreciate y'all so much. I thank y'all for jumping in and being part of this episode brought to you by Cowboys Experience.
We're happy to be here.
Happy to be here. I'm happy to see you
names?
guys. Yeah, Heather, right?
Yeah.
Heather and
I'm Ann.
Heather and Ann. I'm Jazz. Nice to meet you.
I'm Law. Yeah. I remember you from last time. Yes, indeed. So Heather, how are you enjoying this event today?
Oh, I love it. I mean, I always love the Cowboys experience.
Oh, pull it right here. Yeah, are you right? You good?
Is that better?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
I love it. I always love getting to come out here. I'm loving the new venue.
Okay.
Lots of life, lots of energy around here.
Okay.
It's great. We got a dance for everyone. Got to cheer on the Cowboys.
Come on with
we
it.
know we know they're going to win tomorrow.
We're going to win tomorrow.
It's
Okay.
Detroit.
I like
We're
that
beating
belief.
them.
I like
Yeah.
that belief.
Yes,
We're going to win. It's Detroit.
Uh-huh.
But also getting to spread the message about what USA cheerleaders are.
Ooh, break that down for the audience, the new
All
audience
right.
here that's watching live here at Cowboys Experience. Break down what you
All
guys
right, so USA Cheerleaders, we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization with chapters all over the country. And Dallas is the home of the show team. But our whole mission is showing appreciation to and giving back to our active duty military members, as well as our veterans and their first responders, as well as their families.
Oh, wow. And again, Heather, how long you been doing this, and Ann as well? How long you
So
guys been
I'm
doing
a veteran. I have been with USA Cheerleaders, well, a cheer veteran. Let me clarify that.
There you go.
I have family members that are veterans, though.
Salute to
But
service.
I have been with the USA Cheerleaders since 2018.
Wow.
So it's near and dear to my heart.
Uh-huh.
Super excited that we were able to introduce the show team in 2022. And then I'll let Ann introduce her.
I'm a rookie this season. It's my first year on USA Cheerleaders, and I'm having a blast. It's so much fun. It's a lot of hard work, but it's a lot of rewarding work as well.
Rewarding work.
So when y'all say that y'all kind of give back to veterans, do y'all just perform for them to kind of boost morale, or is there something else that y'all do in terms of service?
So one of my favorite things that we do is we have a monthly visit to the VA hospital in Dallas, where we get to go spend some time with the long-term care residents, and it's really like one of the most touching things, getting to talk to like some of the patients there, that they have so many stories, and some that I know they can't even really tell us, but just
Right.
getting to spend time with them, as well as talk to the caretakers. It's one of like the most moving things. And then last year we actually did get to do a Christmas show at the VA hospital as well. It was a fun little one. So some of the veterans that were around, and as well as like the nurses, the doctors, because we got to give a little morale boost to them as well.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
I think that's so important, because I think sometimes when people talk about what organizations like yours do, they don't really think about just how much that can lift someone's spirits. To just have a group like yours show up and interact with people. Like, because some of those people, correct me if I'm wrong, they don't regularly have anyone to even really talk to. So just getting those visitors, having someone smile, brighten up their day, it really does make a big difference.
It really does. It's one of those things that when I first went to the first one, I was like, okay, I don't really know what to expect.
Right.
And after that one, we come the next time, they're like, they know you're coming. They're all getting out. They're going into the community activity space. They're excited to see you.
Yes.
And it's like,
I love
warms
it.
my heart.
I love it.
Yes, indeed. That's great. So I know we're here at this event. Do you guys got any other events in the up and coming weeks here?
So we do have our VA hospital at the end of the month.
Okay.
And then I know there's a couple other things in the work. Like one of the things that we also have coming up is our care package night.
Okay.
So one of the other things that we do annually is around October, November, we put together care packages that we send to some deployed troops, some that are stationed here in the U.S., just are on bases like along the southern border. So we are getting ready to do that. I just made a whole list.
How many care packages are we talking?
So last year we did 30.
Okay.
And then in years past, it's usually been around the same number.
Does that depend on donations?
So it depends on donations
Okay,
as
so y'all
well
need to
as
donate.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell them again where to go to donate and all of that great
So
stuff.
usacheer.org is our overall main page, and that's where you can find the link to donate. And again, it is a 501c3 nonprofit.
Yeah.
So
So,
you might get a little write-off. You never know. If you do the right things,
Yeah.
you could.
right
I don't
then
know
off.
the nitty-gritty about that, but
Yeah.
I know that at a certain point you can.
It's worth looking into.
Worth
Yes,
looking into.
that and one of the things that we learned recently, or at least in the past couple years of doing the care packages, is it's not cheap to ship them.
Yeah, oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Yeah, we had them hooked up last year, and then we're like, okay, time to ship them.
Yeah.
Luckily, we were able to even bring some to the VA hospital and hand out some there,
Okay.
as well as send them overseas.
Yeah. That fulfillment is always crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Before I let you guys go, you are in the hot seat, and you already said the Cowboys going to win.
Mm-hmm.
There's one other thing that I gotta add too.
Okay, what's that?
Score prediction. And you want to go first? No.
I'm thinking. I have a feeling that it's going to start off really strong.
Okay.
And then we might have like a little
turbulence.
A little turbulence, yeah,
Okay.
a little bit of stress, but that's what makes a good game, you know?
Right.
And then by the end, I feel like the Cowboys are going to win by a touchdown and a field goal.
Okay.
So 10 points.
So 10 points.
Okay.
Yes.
No matter what it is, just gonna be 10 points.
Yes, 10 points.
Okay, we're gonna hold you to that. And if something happens, maybe somebody donate a big care package to USA cheerleaders. Your score prediction.
So, honestly, I have a similar feeling that it's going to start off. We're going to be like real confident. We're doing good. Probably around halftime.
Okay.
It's usually where people get a little overconfident. And then
Okay.
that might have a little effect. And then I think it'll be a nail biter at the end.
Ooh,
It could be.
cardiac Cowboys now.
Yeah.
Heart, I want to be at the edge of my seat like this. Come on, Dak Prescott, don't let me down, dog. But
What we
Brandon
need is
Aubrey, I
another
know.
nail-biter.
if it's a Brandon Aubrey kick to win it, then I'll take it still because that guy can kick.
Oh, yeah.
We need to have him out here at the next event.
We'll have a
Really?
kickoff.
There we go.
We could have a kickoff.
Yes,
yeah.
kickoff. Yes, indeed. That's Heather and that's Ann from the USA cheerleaders. On the way out, let me hear y'all say "Go Cowboys" or something.
Go Cowboys!
Let's go. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you.
Put some applause in the chat, y'all. Or give me fire. That's what we need.
There we
Appreciate
go.
y'all. Thank y'all so
All right,
much.
thank you.
Y'all have a good one. Yeah. That was a great call from them, or a great visit from them, you know.
Absolutely. Thanks for
Yeah.
stopping by.
Thank y'all. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
So we got USA cheerleaders,
cheerleaders.
thinking the Cowboys are going to win, thinking it's going to be a little bit close.
Yeah, close.
Starting off good and get closer.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. The Lions, they get better every year. And I get the feeling that for a long time the Lions have felt like they are better than the Cowboys, but it's always just something that happens. And it's one of the things that I mentioned when I was talking about my Commodores who beat the Alabama Crimson Tide last weekend. It's not so much that a team has to be so much better to get a win over a higher ranked team.
Right.
Sometimes it just takes one little slip up, one mistake for the opposing team to take advantage of, and then there you go.
Yeah. It's all it takes. Football is a game of inches.
Whoa now,
Right.
whoa now.
It is.
We back
and 1 inch can decide the factor of whether or not you win
I
or
feel like
lose.
we saw that come into play last year when the Cowboys played the Lions.
Wait a
And
minute.
so I really just think the Lions are sick of that.
Wait a minute. Football. This boy.
I walk into
Wait a minute. I believe the world became such a crazy sexualized world.
Wait, what
because football is a game of inches. We always been talking about A-gap, smashing through the hole, penetrating,
you
making
doing it
sure.
on purpose. He doing
Man,
it on purpose.
No, I'm not. What? How else can you talk about double A-gap? How else can you talk about can he squeeze and get skinny and knife through the hole? Can he penetrate? How else can you talk about those things? You know, why we live in this baby or Diddy or society, post Diddy? Why we got to talk
I
like
think
that?
people just like to have fun with the whole pause. That's what
yeah.
she said.
Yeah, that's what
like
Take
it's
that.
evolved over the years.
take that.
Yeah, cause think
Yeah.
about it. Quarterback sack. Now you can't say that,
No, that's fine.
that's
I'm gonna say
that's fine.
That's crazy.
That's fine.
huh?
I said that's crazy.
On what end?
Hey, did somebody put the score of the Texas OU game up for me yet?
Hey, y'all give us
Well,
the
'cause
score.
he-
Texas versus OU.
Either thing that you say is gonna be taken.
Yeah, he
in
sacked them
context.
all. Like, oh, pause. balls. He sacked the ball. You know?
Then if you say he hit the ball,
He hit
then
the
it's
ball.
the same thing.
He hit the ball. You know.
I think there's times when it's funny,
Yeah.
and then there's times when it's like, okay, can we just talk, please? Can we just have a conversation, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But it's good. Man, y'all missed the USA cheerleaders. They do an unbelievable 5-0-1-3. It scores 0-0.
0-0.
0-0. Both of them predicted us to win, by the way, tomorrow.
Okay.
They said it's going to start off with the Cowboys and believe then it's going to get closer in the middle of the game.
We got somebody else coming over. And this time you gonna get?
Yeah, I'll get up this time.
Yeah, okay, no doubt. Boy, come on down. Just one, two, one. Boy, you want to? Both y'all? One. Come
I
on
think I
down.
saw them at Playmakers when they came out.
Come on through. Hello. Put this on right here. You are entering in on the hot seat.
We need candy. Give us some volume.
Hot seat.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Let me know if you can hear us. We good?
We good.
We good. Yes, indeed. All right. So we got another special guest, one of the sponsors of this beautiful event at Cowboys Experience at the Grand Escape, and you are with Andretti, right?
Yes, I'm one of the supervisors.
Pull it right here.
All right. Right there?
Yeah. Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
I'm one of the supervisors for Andretti. My
Okay.
name is Kimberly, so nice to meet you.
Kimberly, my name is Law.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. And this is Ray.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Yes, indeed. And Kimberly, right? How long you been doing the Andretti's supervisor thing and all of that?
So I've actually been here for 5 years
Whoa.
since it opened.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know. It's been here 5
Yeah,
years?
I guess it has been. Man, that's
It
crazy.
The Grand Prairie one is a new one then.
Yes, they just
Okay.
opened up. Same with Fort Worth.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So we have 3 locations in the DFW area.
A DFW. Do you drive the go-karts too?
I
or-
do. I'm
Okay.
not the best,
Okay.
but I try my best.
You try the best.
That's what counts. Trying your best.
So since you say you try your best and you do your best, but you're not the best,
Yeah.
but do you root for the best team, the Dallas Cowboys?
I
Kim?
do.
Come on with
Born
it.
and raised.
Born and raised. So you cry when we lose, just like me, right?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
every
See,
single time.
see, me and Kim is on the same wavelength here. So, how do you guys are implementing your businesses out here with Cowboys Experience? How did this connection happen?
So we're just trying to, get our name out there and try to get as many people to the location as we can. Just kind of spread it out and support every single week.
Okay. So if you could tell to the audience, I know the music is loud, but they can hear you perfectly. Trust me. Can you tell them how they can find your location and your website and all of that?
So all you have to do is go online and search up the Colony Andretti's, and it'll take you directly to our website. And of course, we are located in the Grandscape, the only location that's here in the Colony. Everywhere else is kind of spread out.
Kind of spread out. Yeah, Ray, Candy, y'all got anything for Kim over here?
Were y'all at the Playmakers? The first week we did the Cowboys Experience. I know Andretti's was there.
Yeah, I had
I
a whole
was
guy
not.
in the Andretti suit.
The whole like.
Oh, yeah, the Mariotron?
Mario, yeah.
Yes, he actually talked
Where
to
he at?
I don't know if he's out here.
It's too hot for him to
just
be
yet.
out
here. Too hot.
It's pretty out here,
Yeah.
yeah. But he's actually with one of our kids inside. He goes to every single birthday party to say hi, take photos, and spend time with their family.
Okay.
That's so sweet. So of the 3 locations, which is your favorite?
Honestly, the Fort Worth location, it just opened up. It is absolutely beautiful. I love the track. Of course, I love the Colony.
Of course.
I've been here for 5 years, but Fort Worth, nice, new, shiny. Same with GP. GP's track is difficult, but Fort Worth, I think everybody can go ahead and do it.
I went to the one in Grand Prairie, and I'm going to tell you, the food, I had got a chance to get some of that sauce on my hand, and I almost bit my finger off. Is it like that in there over here?
It is.
Okay.
Every single location has the same menu and has amazing chefs that prepare it for you guys.
What's your favorite meal on there?
Mine is gonna have to be the buffalo chicken wrap.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I love a good chicken wrap.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys done any of our attractions or?
No,
I
I
have
need to go.
not. I'm actually new to the area, so
Y'all should check it out. We have 3 different virtual realities. My favorite, Hyperdeck. The floor actually moves. It has wind and like a little heat ray, so it makes you feel like you're flying depending on the game you play.
Wow.
You sold
My
me.
favorite one is the zombie one. It literally feels like you're trying to fight zombies.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
You sold me.
Where we going?
She sold me.
Where we gonna go? Where we gonna
Oh,
go?
we're going to have to do something.
The bye week is next week.
Bye week is next week.
Bye
We don't
week's
have to
next
play.
week.
So our hearts would be good, Kim. we had to sit back and we
I
just
mean,
be spoilers.
Even if the Cowboys are playing, we always show them. So come and
Good.
watch.
I love that.
I love it. Y'all hear that? Put Kim in the chat. Yeah, come on with it.
Who knows? Maybe
Yes,
we can do a
indeed.
live broadcast.
We could do a
with
live
Brady's.
broadcast with
I don't know. Maybe
with the race and everything. I'll
That
put
would
the
be pretty
Cowboys
fun.
helmet on or something, you know. So I always do this before we depart or what have you. I call this the hot seat.
Okay.
Yes, it's very hot
It
right
is
now.
hot.
It's flaming.
That's kind of
Yeah.
Beaming.
I already know you got us winning the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Win.
So with the hot seat, give me your bold prediction from a crazy number of one of the players going to do tomorrow. Whether it's Dak Prescott throwing 5 touchdowns, whether it's Rico Suave running for 300 yards or something like that. What's your bold prediction?
Not gonna lie, I don't know much about football. I just like watching it.
Okay, well, hold on.
Don't
Let
know
me
much.
take that back. Let me take that back then. Woo! Who gonna win tomorrow?
The
as far as-
Cowboys.
and what's the score gonna be? That's gonna be the good thing.
Let's do 17-3.
Woo!
We're gonna do outrageous. 17-3.
I love that.
Those
I
are the
love
best
that.
type of fans, though, that are like, I just want to see them play. I'm not
Yeah.
going to get into all the logistics
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I just want my team to win.
I'm here
Yeah.
for the team and the cute outfits.
There we go.
Hey.
There we go. It's almost that time of year too for everybody dressed up as Cowboys
Yeah.
cheerleaders for Halloween.
Okay, as we go dress up
Halloween.
a cheerleader.
Yeah,
I did it last year.
That's a favorite. Once again, before we depart, can you tell people where to find and follow you as well as far as this location?
All right, guys, go ahead and search up the Colony Andretti on your local website, and then you should be able to come straight through us. Come and say hi to me if you see this, and then go check out our other locations in the DFW area.
Yes, indeed. I appreciate you so much. Look, we didn't have a good time with you. No, we didn't. We had a great time. Come on. Appreciate you so much. Stop by anytime and have a great time.
All right, well, if you
Appreciate
guys go check out our location, let me know.
I will.
All right.
Thank
You
you guys.
sold me with the first one, so yeah.
Yeah, that rap. And oh, no, you talking about
The rap and the experience.
Yeah.
You gonna give me the rap now? You have a good one. All right. Forgot which one this one is. I think it's this one. Yeah, appreciate you.
Thank you,
so much.
Kim.
Appreciate you, Kim. Yeah, right. Kim, y'all, give it up to Kim. Put some fire in the chat. Kim. Yes, indeed. So, with that being said, I forgot. I don't post on my heavy questions. But she did it though. She did it. We gonna win, and we gonna get it going. What's up, big dog? Well, come on, no, get on here. You in the hot seat now. No. Who gonna win tomorrow? Just win a lot. Come on, just say it again. So say it again. Say it again. Who gonna win?
We gonna win. What you mean? Who gonna win?
We gonna win. Give me the score. We gonna win. Give me the score. He in the hot seat. Come on, get on cab, man. Yeah, give me the score.
We gonna go. Let's go 35-20.
There you go.
Like it.
And hit me up 35-20 hit.
Oh, yeah.
I got you.
I got you.
Yeah, let go.
You know, I follow you and my boy Mark Holmes. So
Okay, let's get it.
hell yeah. Appreciate it.
Come on down. I don't know if you can bend inside. Woo! You can step all the way back. Oh my God. Shay. There you go.
Got a lot of things on my head today.
You got it.
My girl, Shay. Yeah, you tall.
They can even
She longer than Jay Leno's chin over
Oh,
here.
here
Come
we
on
go.
with it.
Hey.
You already
Boy.
know. Yes, indeed.
Hey. All right.
Got the
Forward,
chords and
forward.
everything.
Can y'all hear me? Mic
Yes,
check, mic
indeed.
check. Yes. Oh, hey, y'all.
How
hey,
you
y'all.
How we
doing?
doing?
How's
What's
the
up, Law
temperature way
Nation?
up there? How's the temperature?
Missed y'all. You know what? The weather is fantastic up here.
Okay,
You
it's
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Blue skies up here.
Blue skies.
What up, friends? What up, YouTube? Where we at?
What's going
YouTube, Facebook, Meta.
Yes, how you doing? Yes, indeed.
Hey,
So-
y'all.
So with that being said, we
Put my
talking
bubbles down.
about the Dallas Cowboys versus Lions. But
wonderful.
before we jump into that, how you feel about what we did last week, beating the #1 team in defense, the Steelers?
You know,
Uh-huh.
stats are stats, right?
Okay.
But if you look at the full analysis of the game,
Okay. Y'all better don't play with Shay now.
look,
She
y'all know
her
me.
ball.
Y'all know me.
She know her ball. Yeah.
Stilts, I see it. Yeah. She
stilts.
talked.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Stilts.
We got there, but it was a little messy.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that necessarily, but we're coming in the point of the season where if you cannot figure out those kinks, they're going to start coming out even more,
Okay.
right? So we really got to clean up. We got to really clean it up. I mean, I'm seeing all kinds of crazy things, on offense. We got to get more movement in the A gap. It is a very, very efficient way to get down the field. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing. Look, I'm all about a good slant route, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just wish we could do a little bit more hop, skippity, jump, with the offense, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the week prior, right, we saw a little bit of some scary stuff on defense, right?
Correct.
But I do think we have a great team of leaders in Dallas. We really just have to make sure we keep our heads on, man. I call it the Cam Newton effect.
Okay.
We all saw that when Cam Newton lost his head, that's when he lost his team.
Yeah.
These guys have to stay in the zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's early, but it's also still kind of late to be making the same mistakes. We got to clean it up.
Week 6.
Got to clean it up.
So talk to me a little bit on defense then. By us missing Sam Williams, although he's here today.
Sam Williams,
yeah. And we missing D-Law. And we missing Michael Parsons. Talk to me about
And
how
Marshawn
this team
Nealon
is
now.
still Marshawn
Marshawn
Nealon.
Nealon.
The knees out. So
gonna keep
let
us
me
going
know
down.
how all of this
Derrick
feels
Henry.
for you. Watching this
This is-
team still rally and
So
chase.
for,
and
so
do
for
their
here, this is really where seat 2, depending on where you're
Yes.
from, right? Band geek talk, right? Seat 2.
Okay.
Number 2.
thing. Okay.
They have to step up. You guys are number 2, right? So if you're right there, you need to be just as good, if not better, than your number 1.
Okay.
What needs to happen is we should be able to clear out the entire first string of everybody on defense and still be able to win the game.
Okay.
So right now, we need those second places to come on up, right?
Come on with it.
Who's our second DE, right?
Okay.
Who's more of our?
Tyrus Wheat.
Come on, Tyrus.
Chauncey Ghost.
Let us know your name. Let us put your name on the flag. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Be hungry. Earn those coins, baby.
Come on with it.
Absolutely.
Normally, because I know you got other things.
Oh no, we chilling here. We
chilling.
chilling.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
chilling here.
What y'all got?
I can stand here all day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm taller, as y'all can see. That's my bottom half right there. But this is me standing up straight, internet. This is me. But I got legs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, defense. Where you at?
Where y'all at?
Where you at, defense? I can stay here all day. What y'all doing?
Y'all got for steal.
She done touched everything we need to touch
Yeah.
on, basically. Like I said, the Lions.
She didn't touch on coaching. She didn't touch on.
Touch on
She hit
coaching
the
yet.
nail on.
You know what's interesting too about this new-ish coaching team. They seem, in the last 8 or so years, I've noticed a lot of these coaches on the Dallas Cowboys specifically like to kind of take a back seat. They love for their quarterback to kind of be the leader.
Okay.
Not a bad thing, but I
Okay.
kind of wish we can do a little bit more collaboration. I want to see what's in the head of the head coach.
Okay.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I look at him, he's kind of sitting back a little bit, right?
Lethargic.
He's kind of, he's letting his leaders do his thing. That's great, but I wish there was a little bit more integration now. Get back in there, take a little bit more control of the team again, and kind of establish more of a system, which is going on here, right? Like, we need to know why we're choosing certain plays. We need to know why we're not just trying to razzle-dazzle them, right? We're trying to make plays, right? Make it make sense. Where's the strategy there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I miss so badly Kellen, because Kellen was so fantastic. Sorry, he was good at what he did.
He's at the Eagles land.
Ain't no wrong with that. We still love him, right?
Okay.
But
No, we don't.
there was
No.
something separate about that leadership style. Is what I'm saying. You could not like people because they changed team, but you need to analyze the people for what they did and what they are. Why did Kellen get taken away so quickly?
Because of that.
Why do we consistently keep losing our offensive coordinators? Why does that happen? Analyze it. Take the bias out of it. Take the die-hard Cowboys out of it, and analyze it for what it is, right?
Okay. Hey, look at that Jalen Tolbert right there.
Right there.
Oh, we got Jalen Tolbert here.
Yeah.
I think he got stuck in DFW traffic,
He
y'all.
got stuck in
It'd be like
so
that.
he's just saying that right now. Yeah, I got stuck in traffic. But hey, he's here. He's live lit. On Cowboys Nation.
Y'all can tell me to hush all you want to, but I'm loud, baby. I ain't hushing.
The only reason why they tell you to hush because of Kellen Moore. You know
Ain't no wrong with that. If y'all look at the man's stats, you wouldn't be saying that, okay?
I think here's my thoughts with Kellen Moore. I always said that
We
he
need
was
to
a
have the
brilliant.
highest scoring offense.
To that point.
Where y'all at?
But here's
Where
the
we at,
thing.
chat?
I think Kellen Moore was a real brilliant, smart kid. But that new room,
Checks and balances.
that new room can sweep that floor good.
Yeah.
But that old room get them corners. What I'm saying is with Kellen Moore, time is our enemy, and we didn't have enough time to still develop a young kid.
Yeah.
By the time he's Nick Saban's age, oh man, he probably be great.
So let me ask you a question.
That's fair.
Balance.
I want everyone to chime in on this question. All right. So let's play devil's
Loud and wrong.
advocate.
Put it in the
All
chat,
right.
chat. I don't mind a clean, healthy debate
So-
here. Let me know how I'm wrong.
What is it going to take for Mike McCarthy to keep his job?
What's going to take to keep the job?
Yeah. What's going to take for Mike McCarthy to keep the job?
She just said it. Less delegation. Delegation to
It's
a degree.
great, to a
is
degree,
good.
right?
Yeah,
To a
yeah,
degree.
yeah. But sometimes you got to move around
I'm
like
saying
it's your
the
house.
percentage-
But I
Right,
wonder
yeah.
if that's going to happen because to me, that has been the system with the Cowboys for so long,
Right.
and it's just been how the front office,
office.
how they operate. And I kind of think, to your point, Kellen Moore isn't here anymore because of that. Whenever anybody causes any type of an
Friction.
uproar,
Yeah.
friction,
Yeah.
whether it's coaches, whether it's players, it's only a certain amount of time until you're out of here. You kind of have to come in and play nice.
You know what I call it? It's the alpha male versus beta male.
Yeah.
And Jerry Jones, he looks to find a beta male coach because he don't want to have that person that say, hey, damn it, I'm doing this my way or it's the highway. And there's nothing wrong with it's your business how you run it. But these are the things that we seen. Jimmy Johnson, he was an alpha type of male type of coaching philosophy. And then you look at Bill Parcells. Both of those boys, they gone. Right. Right. But
recently, who do we have?
A coach that they can't have control of his
Jason
personnel
Garrett.
of his team.
Yeah, Jason Garrett too.
Dave
Yeah.
Campo to a degree. Yeah. Shane Gailey. Come on, man. I can go on, man.
This is
Keep
true.
going.
So performance-wise, what is this team going to have to do on the field for Mike McCarthy to stay the head coach? How far are they going to have to go for him to keep his job? If he's one and done again, you think he's out? Or is he going to have to go to the divisional or the conference championship to keep his job?
It's Super Bowl or bust, I believe, with Mike McCarthy.
I think
You
so.
think so?
Yeah. Think about it. We go to the conference championship and we get blown out. The doors blown off of us. What do you think he
You
gonna do?
mean like what happened with Green Bay last season?
Right. Even though you win the divisional game, that's not enough longitude and latitude to keep somebody, right?
Yeah.
That's
You're
fair.
gonna be like, hey, it's still been 28 years, Law.
Yeah.
Law. They're still gonna say that. So it's Super Bowl or bust.
I think so.
My problem with that is, if that is your decision, basically then you're saying your head coach is your fall guy because he's not getting the backing that he needs from,
Amen.
She
coming on
what
now.
he needs. Is he getting all of those options, or are we getting, like we heard before, we're going to wait till August to get the weapons that we need? Well, here we are in October, and yes, we have some weapons, but do we have the best weapons that we could have acquired?
Right.
Right.
Because was this really all in?
Oh, it's soft rebuild.
Soft rebuild.
Right. Soft launch.
Soft launch.
And hey, I am noticing some of you guys in the chat that disagree with my Kellen comment. There is good points to what you guys are saying, right?
Right.
It wasn't perfect, obviously.
Right.
Otherwise, he'd still be here, right? So a lot of you are making good points about you're not quite sure if he was a good leader. We're not quite sure if he ran the ball enough. X, Y, Z, right? But Kellen is one part of the whole equation. What are the things that are still here? What are the things that we're still not hitting on, right?
And she touching on the pulse of the nation right now.
So don't think I'm ignoring you, Chad. I see you. I see your valid points. I love the debate. I love the back and forth.
And we have those chess pieces back on the board.
And
the chess pieces are back on the board. So
we
what are we
had
doing here?
The same issues that we had with Kellen is the same issues we have
today.
So which one is can't run the ball?
That is so much why I keep referencing that season was equals with us last. At the same time, we had Kellen Moore still, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was like, what is the issue? You've taken the player away. You took the coach away, and we still, like, you took Zeke away. You took Kellen Moore away. Now we still have those issues. So what is the root of the matter?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And you brought
I
Zeke
see
back
some really
for a
good
reason.
points
I
in
know.
the chat here too. Good job, y'all.
Man, yes, indeed. So this is always a great time out here at Grand Escape. Brought to you by Cowboys Experience. I got the Steels, Shay, all in here killing it. Can you let people know where they can find and follow you and all that you do?
Yes, I am Shay Berry. I am Miss Shay Berry on Instagram. I work all kinds of events. I am just a full-on circus girl. As you can see, my main apparatus is stilts, but I do dance and juggle and do all kinds of roller skating and stuff like that. I can juggle. I can. But yeah, y'all can find me if you want. I'm not afraid of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all try to get spicy. It's all good. Hey, here's the thing. We are all a family here, okay? Yeah, we all love talking about football. We all love debating about football, right?
Right.
I am all about a healthy debate. As long as we keep it classy, as long as we keep it respectful. I am not afraid to
stand on your points.
Say my points, but I'm also not afraid to say when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all not perfect.
Right. And one of my statements over here is stand tall. Or not at all.
Well, if you say so.
If you say so.
But if I stand tall, y'all won't see me, though. So.
I can't see you.
You know what I'm saying? Pun intended.
Yes, indeed. Hey, that's my girl, Shay. Hey, we're not having a good time. We're having a great time. But before I let you go, normally I say this is the hot seat.
Oh, yeah, well.
But now, I got to say we on the hot stilts.
Hot stilts.
Come on, baby. Stilts. So, with that being said, who going to win tomorrow?
Well, look, DJ SC, DJ Blackbeard. Look at that! Wow.
Wait a minute. Well, you going with your mind, not your heart.
You
right?
know, yeah.
You going with your mind, not your heart.
Yeah.
So what is your mind telling you then?
My mind is telling me that, based off the last couple games I saw out of the Lions, it is very possible they can take us.
Okay.
But it's also very possible that the Cowboys can figure it out and get it together. Unfortunately, I'm in the middle, guys. It's really going to come down to what they do on that field. Okay. I want to say the Cowboys will win, but I'm not sure.
Objectively speaking.
Objectively speaking, right?
I got to give you the hot steals.
That's cool. That's cool.
Score.
Oh no, here we go.
You got to get a score.
Let's hear it.
Brought to you by Cowboys Experience, by the way.
I'm going to say I want a weird one. I think it's going to be 28-16.
That is a weird one.
I think it's 28 Cowboys, 16 Detroit. There you go.
They're
gonna make me pick. I'll pick Cowboys.
So
I really want them. I really feel like they have a hunger this week, and if they have that, they're in there. They gotta want it.
So we pull off at the end, then, if that's the case.
I'm thinking it's another pull out at the end. I think it's another, in red zone, fourth quarter. I'm thinking it's another.
Hopefully not the very end like last time.
I really don't want it, but I understand. You know what I'm saying?
I
answer Paul. Don't worry.
Hey, I had so many things I wanted to say in that segment, though. But a pull out at the end, I'll take it. Come on, Cowboy Nation.
That's what I'm
Let's
feeling.
feel it. Come on, Cowboy Nation. Let's continue to grind and shine. That's Shay. Come on, hit that like, share this content. Let's go, Cowboy Nation.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Because I knew Ray was going to take it and twist it somewhere else. I knew. Appreciate you. Come on with it. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah. You got it. That girl got some dexterity and some flexibility right there.
So Dallas is plus 3.5.
Plus 3? Yeah. Boy, I pulled down somebody wrong. All right, good.
Oh.
There we go. I don't know, the numbers are all messed up over here. I don't know if it's this one or that one. We can't see a thing on the screen unless you zoom all the way in.
But the lady is the lady in a jacket.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. The audio is straight. So, that was a great show today. Very great. What's your thoughts on everything?
Sorry, my leg fell asleep here.
Are we doing final thoughts?
We can
Is
do
that
final
what that
thoughts. What time? You don't got nobody else? Not really. No one else.
What we got here? What we got here? What they got for us?
We got cards.
There you go. Free VR.
Free, okay.
Thank
VR
you.
experience.
So I'm thinking the Cowboys have to, I don't want to say build off of the momentum that they have, but they have to hold on to what we have as far as we have to work with the pieces that we have.
Hey, y'all look through them cards, man. They all different.
Oh, my God.
Oh, she just
Yeah. Go ahead. Go get them.
Yo, calm down.
No, she got it.
I just wanted to.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, here we go. Her car ran away. But
wait, hold on.
Oh, yes,
Somebody swap.
please.
I got two of the VR ones. Somebody swap me.
No.
Here.
There we go.
Yeah.
One of each.
Is that what that is? I didn't even read them.
Yeah.
Are they gonna come over here, or they gotta go?
Who else? Who got
The players.
Tolbert and
They're
BB.
signing autographs right now.
Let me.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna
Where
be
Barry
3:30,
at?
if it's not already.
Yeah,
Barry.
You gotta get. Where's that should have ran off. I gotta get Cooper BB to come over.
We got him dirt him real quick one time.
Gotta get him come over. All right, so if you guys can hold it down, let me make sure which one of these Mike's mine.
Testing.
What's the score in this Texas OU game? When you figure that out?
All right, so while y'all are looking up the score for the Texas OU game, I'm gonna summarize my thoughts on what's gonna happen with the Cowboys and the Lions.
God damn.
So I don't really like to make predictions for real, right?
Yeah.
But I will say that if the Cowboys win, one, I think on the offensive side is going to be them taking advantage of every opportunity when the Lions are using man coverage, which they've increased it since last season. So now they're over 40% using man coverage. And Dak historically has been really good at man coverage. Not so much this season, but those numbers are trending upwards.
Yeah.
Those tight windows, they're starting to loosen up a little bit, although he is still great in tight windows. But one thing that we've seen so far since the beginning of the season is that he's really efficient with quick passes. Dak Prescott is. Also, we've seen that CeeDee Lamb, even though he's not completing a lot of those targets while he's in man, his numbers in terms of yards and yards after catch when he's in man coverage are ridiculous. So I think if the two of them can get on the same page, even if it's not 100% of the time, even if they can just improve on what they've done so far this season while in man coverage and he can use some of those quick passes to CD in man, I think they can really take advantage of some opportunities there, give them some opportunities to stay on the field, hopefully make it all the way in the red zone, and actually do something once they get there. That's going to be the key. I'm hoping, as far as, other aspects of the game, I'm hoping that they've, one, learned some things that'll help them in the red zone. And then on the defensive side, I'm hoping that they've had enough time to watch some of the footage from the Saints game, to watch some of the footage from the Ravens game, figure out what they were doing wrong when it came to motion and things being disguised, and be like, okay, now that we know that we can still be fast and physical and aggressive and hostile, even without Micah Parsons and D-Law, how do we apply that to an offense that's going to disguise things, that's going to use pre-snap and post-snap motion? How can we take this physicality that we've generated and actually add the football IQ that we all have? Because Maris Luafau, smart guy. Oso Digizua, smart guy. Right. Eric Kendricks, even though he won't be on the field, he's been in the building. He's been talking to them, smart guy. DeMarvion Overshown, he's lightning personified. So a lot of people think about his physicality. But you also have to have football IQ to be in the right place at the right time to even do what he does.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a very smart defense that if they can just be like, all right, we're not going to bite when we shouldn't bite. We're going to play this smart. We learned from those other two games. We're not going to let another savvy offense get over on us. I think they can win. It might not even be by a lot, but at the end of the day, a W is a W. It don't have to be by a lot.
So, real quick, I want to talk about something real quick.
Can I just say this right quick?
Jump in.
I got good news that Cooper BB will come over. See that line longer than Shaq feet?
Yeah.
As soon as that line dies down, because everybody coming to get autographs from him, he gonna get escorted over here. So we'll try to rap with him.
Ain't no other
Tell him to
content
sign real
creators
fast.
got that happening.
Tell him to sign real fast. Like
Sign real fast. Hurry up.
Just tell them this only happens on the Law Nation Sports.
If I go help take the selfies, will that line? That's a long line.
I got two questions for you. All right, here for y'all. We saw Tyler Guyton get hurt in the first half.
Yeah.
What's his status for the game?
Oh yeah.
They haven't been clear on that. They've still been saying it's as far as I know. Now, there's going to be an injury report that comes out tomorrow, but as far as I know, they're still looking at the situation.
So there's something I noticed in that game, and I think, Law, you mentioned this too on your channel, the combo blocks they had with T.J. Bass and our guy Cooper Beebe, who's going to be here in a minute, Durham, by the way.
Yeah.
And I asked my guy Dak Attack this too. Would you consider moving Tyler Guyton to right tackle?
Nope.
Not right now.
You can't do that during season.
Not in season, but like for the future. We see how well
you got
Tyler Smith.
You got 50
excels.
million. You got 50 million reasons for Terrence Steele. He got $50 million guaranteed on his money. Cowboys, they play the money. They like Wanye, to me, he's one of the better safeties out there. But he's getting paid dog food money compared to those other two starting safeties. So he's not going to get out there on the field.
And I get it, but I think that if they just are finding their groove or some type of stable ground amidst all of these injuries and what's going on with the Cowboys right now, we kind of need to stick to what we know. And what Jazz was saying earlier, kind of go off of the momentum and capitalize on where we already are.
I think Tyler Guyton needs to fix his issues regardless. I think a lot of people are throwing that out there because he played right tackle before.
Yeah.
But let's be real. Who all did draft coverage did we or did we not see issues with Tyler Guyton's feet, even from the
Yeah.
college film?
Yeah.
So it's not like he was this perfect, ready-made tackle, and then they moved him to the left, and all of a sudden it's like, what happened?
Yeah.
It was already anticipated that he was going to need work and development. He just didn't get that time. Chuma Edoga got hurt, and I don't know what Chuma Edoga would have done. I don't know what Chuma Edoga would have done. I was not excited about Chuma being at left tackle anyway. But fact of the matter is, it did not point to Tyler Guyton being there.
But you know the great thing about it. You know
If he wasn't hurt, he probably would have been in there at left tackle.
Probably. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we knew Tyler Guyton was going to need development. It's just he got thrown into the fire a little bit quicker than expected. So whether he's on the left or whether he's on the right, he's got issues to work through. If you look at his old footage, if you look at his old scouting reports, then you already know that.
Yeah.
So I don't think moving him to right tackle would be a magic fix or anything.
The craziest thing of it all is that our tackles is my only reservations on this team.
Really?
I love our guard play. I love our center play to a degree, and it's just our tackles.
Yeah.
So even if you try to look at last game and you say, okay, Tyler Smith played unbelievable, well, he's an all-pro tackle.
Yeah.
Didn't he? He made all-pro at tackle, right?
He's
Let
a
me know.
modern-day Larry Allen, in my opinion.
Right.
You can put him anywhere, probably.
Do y'all feel as if, though, did we overdraft at that spot? Could we live this year with a Tyler Smith, T.J. Bass, Cooper Beebe, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele? Could we live? I know hindsight is 2020, but could we live with those moments?
I
and
think
use
it's
that
way
first
too
round
early
pick
to
for
tell
another-
if we overdrafted. I know people are disappointed, but I think time will tell what his real value is going to be.
In my personal opinion, I think that move drafting Tyler Guyton wasn't a today thing. It was
a future
thing. And dirt him.
Yeah, they are playing.
There he is right here. All right. Yeah, my God. Now I met Tom. Now I'm finna meet Cooper. What's going on, bro? How's it going? Going great, man. Good to see you, man. You guys see right here? Yes, indeed.
You want to come over here, Ken?
Yeah, you can come over here. Yeah, rotate.
If you want to stay on the set.
I would have some theme music and all of that great stuff. But see how the wind is set up, and I can balance these things over here. So how you liking the Cowboys experience so far?
Oh, I'm loving it. I love to get to meet fans, and it's a great way to show our support. They do so much for us, so it's nice to get back to them.
It's good to see. Every year we get centers. We had Travis Frederick, and then we had my guy Tyler Bianchi.
You have a delivery.
And now he got a special delivery. And now we got you. It's just like fitting right into the mold of things. And then this is what Cowboys experience is all about. Being able that win is right there. That's Odin. you are embraced by the winds of the gods, man. He's giving you the coolness right now, bro. Yeah. But we're gonna let the wind interfere right now. But I just want to tell you, man, you're not doing a good job at all, bro. You're not. Look at that phone. Look at that phone. You doing a great job, man.
He's like, I gotta consider if I'm gonna hit this interview right now. Where are we going here?
Where are we going with this? Yeah, you're doing a great job, man.
Appreciate that.
Yes, indeed.
Cooper, we were just talking about the O-line before you walked up. Now, I know, unlike the other rookie that's on the other line, on the O-line, you kind of knew that you were going to be starting coming into the Dallas Cowboys, correct?
Wow, hold on.
Not necessarily. I mean, they obviously I knew I was going to come in and compete for a job, but
wow, get it. Catch